Hello, my name is Max and I am building a Space Marine. This is the second episode of the build with the main focus on the helmet. I will talk about the process, the mistakes I made on the process and how I would do it differently. So be advised that this is not all a how-to video, it is also an how not to. Of course, I have made some good decisions on the way, repaired my mistakes, and I can say that I am satisfied with the end result so far. In the first episode I explained how we made the rough shape of the helmet. Now I have a cracked helmet with a thick and ugly coat of acrylic putty. The first step is to get rid of most of the acrylic coat using 80 grit sandpaper. Next I will use a two-component material that I got from a friend. It's mixed one part A and one part B. One part is brown and the other is white, and when the mix hardens you obtain a very light but strong and hard material. All I know is the name, Axon. If you know what kind of material this is, please leave me a link in the comment section. I apply it with my hands, and after that I wet my hands with plain water to smooth it out and blend the material with the helmet. If I would use only acrylic putty, there would be a risk that the cracks will reappear in the future, and I can't have that. After the material hardens, I smooth it some more with 180 grit sandpaper and start applying the acrylic putty. The 3D model was at low resolution and I ended up with polygon surfaces where I needed smooth curved lines. That mistake lost me a lot of time on manual labor. So take a little more time on refining the 3D model, because in the end you spare hours and hours of hard physical work on repairing the digital imperfections. To repair the mistake I had to apply 5-6 coats of acrylic putty with sand in between each coat, when I usually apply maximum 2 coats if the shape is right. The way I refine the shape of the helmet is by applying more putty in the dents and leaving the raised edges almost uncovered as reference points for the final shape. You can see this very clearly on the back of the helmet. I used an articulated light source to create shadows on the object. This method reveals all the imperfections that need more sanding or more acrylic coats. I 3D printed the Blood Raven symbol flat on the printing table and bended it directly on the helmet using a blowtorch. I positioned it with blue tape and glued in place using a glue gun. After that I used the torch some more on every detail of the symbol until all matched the helmet's shape. The earpieces were also 3D printed and glued in place with the glue gun. For the first layer of paint I actually use a car protector spray, which leaves a nice granulated texture. I repaired all the imperfections from my poorly done paint job with some more fine sandpaper and water and gave it a second coat where needed. After that, 2 coats of white acrylic paint were applied with wet sanding between them and started the real paint job. I used black paint for the interior of the earpieces and the hoses and silver on the metallic parts, which brings me to another mistake. The silver paint is more visible when applied over black paint rather than over white, and you can see this on the hose fittings where I applied the black coat first. When all the details were done, I started the weathering process using black diluted paint and wiping it off with a wet towel. This leaves the narrowed spaces of the helmet filled with black paint. I used fire red paint for the blood drop. I tried to work simultaneously on different parts of the helmet between layers of paint. I applied more diluted paint on the whole helmet to bring out the granulated texture from the car protector spray. You should search for other tutorials where you can find even more tips before you start painting. I hope you enjoyed this video. My next one will be about the bolter gun, which you can see throughout this video that I already started to work on. If you didn't see the first episode, be sure to click on the annotation and watch it. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on the building of a great Space Marine costume. You can also take part in my project by sharing your opinion in the comment section. Thanks for watching.